The summer we wait for lies in the memory of our 6-year-old selves, as we frantically search for shells on the shore like our life depends on it. As we dance and jump in puddles to extract the rainwater like our lives depend on it. As we scout through the woods in search of sticks to build a hut like our lives depended on it. The summer we wait for is always within reach, is always here, if we just pause to see like our lives depend on it.
So taking the knees maybe one way in a circular motion and then the other. Look up towards the sky. You're going to interlace the fingertips behind the thigh or maybe behind the calf. Take a deep breath in. Soft, easy movement. And welcome always, but especially in today's practice. Feeling your way through these shapes. Here. Once again, we squeeze the right knee towards the face. Podcast episodes. That was really interesting. But now I'm hyper aware of everything I'm eating and like how processed it is. Not in like an unhealthy way, just in like
Okay, this lighting is probably a bit disastrous. Missing 2 nails. What's new every time? But to be fair, these are the Sosu ones and they lasted me over a week. Like, yeah, a few fell off, but the glue that comes with the Sosu fake nails, like the stick-ons, is amazing. Better than the Pennies one, which I hate saying because I do love the Pennies nails. I was not going to start a July vlog because I was like, Sushi, you still haven't edited June's. But it's been a very good month so far. Okay, it hasn't. There was like 2 or 3 weeks where probably more actually, even towards the end of June, that were just like, I'm actually losing my mind. A lot of life transitions as always, but a very big one for me, a loss you could say, and difficult to go through, especially when it's not exactly what you would like to happen, but sometimes your body and mind and life happenings, things that happen, are just screaming to you that this can't go on anymore, and also that this isn't making you feel good right now, for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't what you want and isn't what you've been enjoying, but I get this feeling, and it's something I'm still kind of getting used to and like becoming aware of when I feel it, but it's like in my chest, and just physical feeling of like forcing something, or really trying to make something work that just isn't anymore. Right, camera move. Put it against my hot bowl of noodles, that'll be good. I think that's better. So as difficult as that has been, and it doesn't mean that it's still easy, because when you have been so used to someone's company and devoting, I suppose, a lot of your time to someone else's, to someone else in general, like they have yours and you're living with someone and then you're not all of a sudden, there's a lot of, for me anyway, anytime that happens, there's somewhat fear around being alone again. Like, you're almost kind of like, well, what the hell do I do without that consistent and constant company, that person that I would of course spoke to about everything. There's so many different parts to it that when it's gone, it's very difficult for everyone involved. The first few weeks of that were not easy, and there was a bit of, I suppose, doubting my decision, which I think is natural to do, because you're obviously like, but wait, is this the right thing? But I think in hindsight, looking back, if you're questioning whether it's going to work or not, and having feelings of that it isn't working, I think that's enough to say that it probably is not working. Like, that's enough to confirm to yourself and make that decision. But anyway, yes, it has been quite difficult. Mainly that, the getting used to not having that constant in your life and being by yourself again and getting to enjoy your own company again. That transitional period was and can still be a little difficult, but I knew that I had been in this position before and had to do this before, with a breakup previously. So I did know, and I knew that eventually I would feel able to be with myself again. It just took a period of time, maybe a few weeks, for me to get used to and want to be alone again, like fully alone. So I spent a lot of time socialising throughout the last few weeks, which was, in my opinion, and is, in my opinion, the best thing you can do. Not for everyone, obviously, but for someone like me who is quite outgoing and really enjoys socialising. It's very good for just venting, like, letting people know how you feel, hearing their experiences, making you feel less alone with the situation, and also just being around people and not necessarily talking about it. It can just be nice, and make you not go into your head too much, because when you're alone and you think too much, it can be a good thing for short periods of time, but I feel for certain people anyway, when you do that too much, it can just be going down rabbit holes and kind of thinking about things you don't really need to think about. So I didn't really have a set conversation for this, but it's just to start off the vlog, and like, as always, things can be really crap and then they actually do get better. They get a lot better. Some positives that I'd like to focus on. I have met a good few new people, which has been lovely. I love meeting new people. and I would say friends. Like I have, and I'm still working on those friendships, but I have met new friends. I have done some newish things. I've been just doing a lot, like going to the beach. I went to the beach yesterday with a friend group and it was so lovely. Went swimming, and that was one of the experiences in the last few weeks that really brought me back to myself, and something I'm going to be doing a lot more often by myself, along with other people. Something about the sea and the beach, and like it's not that I was even thinking, but that was the good thing. It just shuts your brain off, I find anyway, and seeing other people have so much fun, just basking like in the sun itself helps so much. It really just reminded me of how much I love to do that, and I suppose for the last good while I have been kind of doing the same thing in my spare time all the time, which has been good, but I'm feeling a pull towards doing new things, a lot of new things, and really investing in myself again, which I have kind of lost over the past month or more with everything that was going on. I just, at one point, just was like, I just need to focus on me right now and stop trying to push myself to do more than I could or than I felt I could. So I'm gonna get back to my, I wouldn't necessarily say routine, but back to my passions, hobbies, and almost make it like a work thing. Like, not being like, I have the choice to edit this evening, I have the choice to go to dancing. More like, no, like these are things that really benefit you and make you feel good. Because sometimes you, even though you know it'll make you feel good and you really want to go, part of you is like, nah. And for me, once I say nah, I find it very easy to continue saying nah, regardless of knowing that it's going to benefit me in the long and short term. Like, because, yeah, I don't know why. Some could say kind of self-destructive at times, but generally everything has been really good. I'm still working. I absolutely love my job. I'm so lucky to work with such lovely people and understanding people. My brother has gone travelling. I miss him a lot, but I know he'll be back in like 3 weeks' time, and he has inspired me so much. That being another thing, like the urge and want and feeling of, I need to travel. I know that I will come back a better person, or else decide that I'm going to come home for a while and go back. I just know that has always been something that I've been pulled towards, is going travelling. Not even for a long period of time, probably the same length of time as he has, a month. I just really have the desire to. He's been gone, so that's been weird. Also, that felt like a loss in the beginning. Like for the first week, it kind of didn't hit. Only coming towards the end of the week when he had left, it was kind of like, oh, I really miss him and his company, because we hang out quite a lot. We would be quite close. Yeah, I am just about to eat a Coke noodle, watch what Sarah loves, and just relax. Really, I have a few TikToks I want to edit from Charlie XCX, Lana Del Rey. So I'm going to do at least one of them, and then probably put on a film and try to finish it, but most likely fall asleep. I am so tired after the beach yesterday, like so tired. And I've generally been waking up quite early since the loss that I spoke of, which is so weird because I was lying in bed till like afternoon hours a lot of the time when I would be off, wanting to get up earlier but just not feeling that like go, whereas I wake up now naturally at like, there was one morning I woke up at like 6:45 naturally. Now I chose not to stay up, but I was like, this is madness. But anyway, I'm gonna stop talking now. Just thought I'd update y'all.
Follow along with me, and without further ado,
Although I haven't been
let's get to it.
working out every single day, I have tried to move my body in some form or way.
Coming back to
why does that rhyme? But I've tried to move my body, whether it's a walk, whether it's yoga, a workout, Pilates style workout, anything at all. And every single time I feel the benefit, whether it's a calmer mind, a less tense body, a boosted mood. Yeah, I just cannot scream the benefits of moving your body if you're feeling low. Now that's coming from someone who's lying here editing this and has not done anything but get in the car, get out of the car and sit down again today. But I think I've also become very aware and more able to listen to my body when I need to not move and when I need to actually just be and sit, which is something that I was never really good at. Really up until this year in my life. I've always been go, 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 and I guess running away from, or not running away, but just never wanting to sit and stop and be and think, because I suppose subconsciously I would fear what I would think when I did stop. And a lot of the time, obviously, I don't have bad thoughts when I stop, but I am just, my body is programmed to just want to be on go mode all the time. And I suppose I sort of have this attachment to having to feel productive, to feel like worthy, or maybe also a bit of a fear of wasting my time, like having to be productive all the time, and otherwise I've wasted my time.
Come on, Luna.
Whereas I'm learning that rest and reflection and just being sometimes is more than enough, and is actually what you might need to do in order to keep moving forward and have the energy to keep going.
I've been feeling seriously really down in my appearance, like probably since this time, like July, maybe a bit before. And it's just looking at this clip, I'm like, you don't even look bad. All of these clips, I thought I looked huge. Like I just felt horrible about my weight, horrible about the way I looked without makeup. Currently feeling that way right now, unless I'm like, my appearance is perfect, which is just unrealistic. So yeah, note to self, note to everyone else. The way you see yourself is not always, the thoughts you think about your appearance, thoughts you think about yourself, the way you see yourself, it isn't always correct. You are not always right. You are so pretty. It does not matter. You do not need to look perfect all the time.
So, we are at the end of July. No, wait. Fuck. So beautiful. No, please stay. As I was saying, we're at the end of July. Past the end of July. It's actually the 5th of August right now. Planning to get this vlog up by Friday. I've been so inconsistent with editing. I feel like I say this in every single vlog, but once I fall out of it, it's so hard to get back in the swing of it. As much as I love it, I'm just like that with anything. It doesn't matter whether I enjoy it or not. Oh my god, there's so many butterflies. No, this is mad. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting so distracted as well by them because they're all different and so colourful. Right, I'll get them on the way back. this month, it was so good, yet it was so confusing. Chaotic is what I would say. Like, my head has been all over the place, and not even in a really bad way. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of it I was like, nah, like I don't know what I'm doing, but also I made a lot of peace with myself and really, really, really became so much more comfortable with my own company, and in my own weird, complicated way, learned a lot about myself. It was definitely a month of socialising and having fun, which is great, don't get me wrong, but I do feel like I lost some balance, like week on, week off. One week I'd be like so balanced, then the next week I'd be like all over the place. But that's, I guess, what life is anyway. Philosopher over here. Turn around, Luna, come on, this way. No, but that is what life is, like, really. You're never gonna be fully consistent, but my goal for August is to be more consistent with my health and that side of routine, if you want to call it routine. Just be more mindful of my dietary choices and my physical health, because I do think I've gained a little weight, which is fine, no issue, but I just want to feel, around June time I was in a good place with my body, and I kind of slipped on that side of things, so I want to just be a bit more comfortable in myself and just literally just have more balance all over in everything, every part of my life. It's been coming home a lot more to see my mum and my dog, and my brother, but like I do see him quite often. He was interrailing and he's back after a month, so that was lovely. Just spent the weekend there gone past with him. I also want to plan a lot more for the coming weeks, months, and next year, within the next month or so. Obviously I'm not going to plan everything I want to do, but have some stuff lined up to look forward to also keep me more disciplined in the short term, because I feel like once you have something to look forward to, you can be like, right, I'm not doing this until that, you know what I mean? I find that easier rather than, like, I couldn't go, I have a holiday next year, I'm going to stay chill till then. That just doesn't work with me. I need like short term things to look forward to. I don't want to ramble too much. All in all, I think I've gained some clarification or clarity, a bit of both, in the last week, especially around where I want to be and the things I'm doing that aren't serving me, if you want to say it in a real spiritual term. The things that are bringing me down rather than lifting me up, as much as they're fun in the moment. I started drawing again. I only drew one thing, but I did draw. And that's all that matters. I realised how much I love and enjoy that. How little time it takes for me to do it as well. I'm sick, which doesn't happen very often, but I am sick and I'm going to complain about it because I need attention. No. But I am sick and I've been wiped out today. I was like, no, I can't be bothered. I don't feel able to go for a walk. And then I was like, if you at least do a small one, at least that's something. So I went to the end of one of the roads beside my house and back, and not that I feel more energized, but I feel good about myself for doing it regardless of feeling wiped out. I am going back to Sligo this evening, so I do have a walk, a long enough one, from the train to my house. Not long, but with this included, that's a pretty good enough form of exercise, amount of exercise. That's it. I'm gonna go back in now and chill out with my mom. Really don't want to leave this evening, to be honest. I'd much rather stay here and chill out, but I've work tomorrow and I don't fancy walking
from the train back to my house in the morning. Of course, I brought nothing with me, so I'm not prepared to just go to work from here in the morning. I would love to do that. I don't know, I'm just really, anytime I come home, initially I'm kind of like, trying to settle. Once I settle, I'm like, right, don't want to ever live in a town ever again. But then, like, by tomorrow, I'd be like, oh, I want to go back. So, yeah, it's your own space and that. Meant to be getting a double bed too. These are all things I'm just like, they're coming into my mind. I'm like, this is new. Meant to be getting a double bed. Well, I am getting one. It's just, there's been delays in collecting it on my part and the collectees' part this week, because they're busy, obviously. That's, you know, like, understandable. So can't wait for that. I feel that will add to my room. The single bed is just very like, I don't know, I don't like it. It's not even sleeping and it's comfy, but I don't know, I've always kind of had a double. I feel like a double makes a room more, let's chill. I don't know, but yeah, that's it.